we have gathered to talk about the perimeter today. And I don't want to discuss the definition of perimeter in too much detail. I rather have you understand what it is. And the perimeter is the sum of the lengths of the outside of a particular, let's say, two-dimensional polygon. Well, that is a long sentence. What does that mean? The sum of the lengths of the outside, the sum if you're adding all the lengths on the outside of your figure. So I drew here a rectangle. So what is the outside of my rectangle? Well, that's these lines. You see that? All four of them. And the perimeter is the sum of those lengths. Now let's have a look. What is the length of this line? It is 9 centimeters, similar to that one. That's one of the properties of a rectangle. And the other side, I'm sure you can see that. That's going to be 6 centimeters. Now, what is the perimeter? In this particular case, the perimeter equals, and what I always do, I just put a little cross where I start. I have assigned one finger for maths. I always use for maths, use my finger. It's 9. I'm going to write that down. 9 plus, now we're talking about the sum, plus 6 plus 9 plus, oh, sorry, it was already plus there, 9 plus another 6 plus 6. So what is the perimeter? If I add all of these up, 9 plus 6, 15 plus 9, 24 plus 6, that's going to be 30 centimeters. So the perimeter of my rectangle equals 30 centimeters. If I add up all the lengths on the outside, it's going to equal to 30 centimeters. Now some of you are going to say, yeah, but hang on a minute, the perimeter of a rectangle, a formula is the length plus the width, and that times 2. So 9 plus 6 multiplied by 2. Now let's have a look. 9 plus 6, 15 multiplied by 2 is also going to give me 30. And indeed for a rectangle that formula is going to work, because those opposite lengths are equal in size. So you can do it 9 plus 6 and then times 2 because the other side is exactly the same. However, I personally really don't like those formulas because that makes you have to remember these things. Well, if you just use your finger and you understand that the perimeter are the lengths of the outside, then you can just use your finger and plus the 9 plus 6 plus 9 plus 6. I don't have to memorize any complicated looking formula. Okay? If I would just continue very quickly to, for instance, a square. So I drew a square here, and to make it look like a proper square, let's put those lines there. That means that those lengths all have the same, are all the same size. Let's say that is 5 centimeters. Now what is the perimeter? Now the perimeter of a square, so the length of the outside, I'm going to put a cross there. It's going to be 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. Yeah, because all those lengths of a square are the same. So what is the perimeter? 10, 15, 20 centimeters. And indeed, some of you will say, yeah, but hang on a minute. The formula to find the perimeter of a square is 4 times its length. You're absolutely right, because those lengths are all the same. A square has 4 of them, so 4 times one of those lengths is going to give you the perimeter. Okay, but again, if you really understand those formulas, you don't have to remember them. So don't focus too much on those formulas. Focus on trying to understand what perimeter is, the lengths of the outside. The sum of the lengths of the outside. So, and then I'm going to quit. If I would put another line here, and let's say, I don't know, that line is going to be 7 centimeters, let's say 7 centimeters. Did my perimeter change? Did the perimeter of my square change? Is it now increased by 7 centimeters? No, because the perimeter is the sum of the lengths of the outside of the figure, and that diagonal lies on the inside. So the perimeter of my square is still 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, because that is the outside. Okay, see you at the next video for more examples.